whole thing, that'll give us a nice surface that we can start on.
Wonderful.
We'll pre-drill some holes in the furring strips and arm Jamie with a hammer drill.
This is the specific tool for the job. It has a hammer setting on it, okay? And what that means is when you're drilling into the brick, all right, this bit is actually going to go back and forth a little bit, making it a little easier for it to bust through here.
First, we goop up our pieces with construction adhesive to ensure a tight bond to the brick.
Then we'll place this guy right up here. Then push it in, just like that.
Then we pop in some earplugs and start making some noise. Then it's back to the impact driver to install some masonry screws.
Very nice. Now that puppy is not going anywhere. All right?
Once all 4 furring strips are up, we need to measure out pieces of cement board to fit around the fireplace.
There's a couple of different ways you can cut cement board, but I find the grinder is the easiest way to cut it. This thing underneath, that is your trigger, all right?
Got it.
It's because it kicks up a little bit of dust. We'll throw on some dust masks. You know what you're doing.
Let's do it.
I'm not lying, I'm impressed. No, seriously. You've never used the grinder before, and that is a beautiful cut. I could not have done any better myself. I'm not just saying that.
I find it surprising that Andy's impressed with my work because I'm so used to working with my dad where he tells me to do a task, I get it done, he checks it, and yeah, that's good. I never get the, wow, you did that? So it's kind of cool.
I mean, maybe it's the fact that you're just extremely coordinated. You know what I mean? People don't pick up the grinder that fast. Let's see what we got. Very nice. How's your side look?
Perfect.
If you've got a funky multi-level brick fireplace of your own, check out our fix at hgtv.com/overyourhead.
Good deal. It looks fantastic. You did a really nice job. All we have to do now is address this brick in here. We'll just float some cement over it.
Okay.
Okay, because it's pretty irregular.
We'll mix our cement on the thick side because we're floating out a vertical surface. And we'll use a margin trowel to butter it on.
Not bad. All right. So now, finally, you're ready for some tile. This is exactly what we were after. Nice job.
Day 2. We're going to use the same slate tiles on the fireplace Jamie and her dad used for the hearth. We figured out the layout, so we step outside to the wet saw to cut our tiles.
Now, have you ever used a wet saw?
Yes, I have.
Really? All right, good. So I'm going to line it up for you.
Okay.
Now, slate is a little different animal. You don't want to push too fast with the saw. Let the saw do the work.
Right.
The reason the water is there is that it cools the blade and also keeps the dust at bay. That sound, it's like music to my ears, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
True to her word, Jamie is a pro on the wet saw.
This is the fun part. You can go.
The tiles go up with a liberal dose of thin set. Back buttering helps us control the level of the tile.
Are we plumb yet?
So close.
Are we plumb yet?
Stop it.
Are we plumb yet?
Yeah, now we are.
Okay.
These nylon spacers will keep our grout joints plumb and consistent. While we're setting the lower tiles, Andy is outside building a temporary jack to hold the upper tiles in place until they dry.
Push it in. Make it perfect. Place it.
So pretty.
Could this, seriously, could I be witness to one of the best moments of your entire life to this point?
Oh, yes. I would say so.
I'm thinking maybe you got to get out a little more.
On day 3, it's just a matter of filling in the joints.
You're the one thing I just want you to keep in mind when grouting a vertical surface, you just want to run your grout a little more thick than usual.
Okay.
Okay?
A quick wipe down with a hydro sponge cleans up the excess grout.
Now we're starting to look like something.
The slate looks beautiful now that it's finished. It's everything I could have hoped for and more. It's perfect. I thought, you know, it's not just excitement, it's relief. I can sleep now at night. I don't have this thing keeping me awake.
Coming up, Andy makes a custom mahogany mantle without breaking the bank.
Sorry, it's only $80 a sheet. Don't even worry about that.
And Jamie takes a walk on the wild side.
It's like the going down the stairs routine, except I'm not hiding behind anything.
Coming up, Andy makes a custom mahogany mantle without breaking the bank.
Sorry, it's only $80 a sheet. Don't even worry about that.
And Jamie takes a walk on the wild side.
It's like the going down the stairs routine, except I'm not hiding behind anything.
We've helped Jamie Davis tile her fireplace around. Now Master Carpenter Andy Hampton has a mantle in mind.
Your fireplace mantle is going to consist of 3 basic components. We're going to have legs on either side of the mantle, which is going to come up to a freeze board, which goes across the top here from left to right. And on top of that is going to be a shelf, which comes out.
What all that means is we're going to build a long plywood box on either side of the fireplace. Andy leaves the 4th side open so they can screw our box into the wall. Finally, with the help of wood adhesive and screws, they close her up.
So now what we need to do, start breaking out some mahogany. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Now we're going to wrap the plywood columns in mahogany veneer. This exotic veneer is pricey, but certainly a lot more affordable than solid mahogany.
Very nice. Sorry, it's only $80 a sheet. Don't even worry about that.
That's a beautiful piece of lumber.
First, some wood glue, and then some staples. The staple holes will be covered later by our trim.
I'll run it through. You stand on that side and catch
Okay.
it.
Each piece of this mantle has to be precisely cut.
It's going to be a lot of back and forth for sawing. I'll tell you right now, so get used to it.
The point we're at right now in the project with getting some of that mahogany up over those legs, it's really coming together. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a little pin light, but I'm starting to see it.
This is the last time you're ever going to see the brick.
All right.
All right? You want to sign it? You want to bid farewell? This is going to be pretty much in a capsule. Smiley
There we
face.
go. Smiley face.
All right, sister. Bid farewell to the brick.
Goodbye, brick.
Finally.
Before we add any trim, we hit the mantle with orbital sanders.
Because once we get all the molding on there, then it's like hand sanding, trying to get around it.
Right,
So we're going to save ourselves a little grief, and we'll sand it right now.
Detail molding is an art form, and Andy is a master. Every piece of trim has to fit like parts in a watch.
What we're going to do is just have the mahogany solid hardwood here, okay? We're going to just box out a frame right in this area.
This is also known as shadow box molding, a carpentry technique that involves lots